Right. So, in today's session, we are going to discuss about the role of a systems analyst in any organization. As we all know, whenever we work for application development, either now and then we are using on-premise applications or cloud services, etc. It's always important for us to understand the requirements of a customer, and providing necessary solutions is what something which being a analyst we do. Normally, those people we call it as business analyst. So business analysts are the people who try to understand the business requirements. Followed by this, whatever the kind of business situation they have identified, subsequently providing business solution is what something a BA do. But business analyst is majorly confined towards business related requirements, whatever is needed. But when we are translating business requirements from a technical to a technical solution point of view, it is always important for us to have a person who must be having knowledge over the systems, because what are the different systems? Because now and then the major importances we see, because some customers expect you to have a solution and on-premise one. Some customers are expecting you to develop a solution from the cloud environment, right? Because some are on-premise solutions we might require to develop. At the same time, sometimes we need to develop the solution to the cloud environments. So understanding about the systems, various systems we have, let's say uh, in the legacy systems, we used to have mainframe systems, right? So whatever the structure of mainframes architecture, followed by the database we use like DB2, at the same time programming for COBOL, right? So these are all different software applications as well as systems we use for mainframes. But now and then, if you see the modern solutions we are developing, most of the applications, due to the infrastructural challenges, customer is expecting you to develop some application in the cloud environment. So if you want to deploy any applications now and then, we are using some virtual machines and virtual systems to do that. So understanding about the system, either it can be an existing one or transforming from existing to proposed, is what something which being a analyst one should do. That's the reason why the role of a systems analyst is so important in any of the organizations one must be good with. So if you see a systems analyst as a key resource, because as in when we know, any organizations, whenever they wants to uh, provide some kind of solutions to the customer requirements, it's always important for someone to who can facilitate the development of information systems, followed by the computer applications. That's the reason why systems analysis or analyzing the systems is one of the key and important element one must be good with nowadays. Now, if you try to understand systems analysis and all, normally systems analysis, before I am getting into the role of a systems analyst, let me explain you from the system analysis point of view. Generally, systems analysis from a broader context, we categorized into two different parts. One is about system analysis, second about the system design. Systems analysis majorly focusing on the kind of study over the business problem, followed by the kind of purpose of recommending the improvements for a specific business requirements for the solution. This is all something from technical point of view, a system analysis is all about. Because now and then you see most of the business analyst roles are moving towards business systems analyst. You can see some profiles even in the job sites and all, they are expecting a person having business systems analyst they require. Means business analyst experience anyway will be there having, but in addition to that, systems analyst experience is also required. So this is an add-on, I could say. This is where generally one should be knowing. Point number one. Point number two, when it comes to the systems design, because understanding the behavior of a system, how it is performing and how it is functioning, at the same time, what kind of specification is required to construct a application, a technical application, by understanding and taking business requirements into consideration. So this is something essentially required. This is where generally we talk about systems design, right? So understanding about the system design is also one of the key and important elements. So if you are a systems analyst, when you try to understand the systems analysis point of it, it's always important for us to understand about system analysis. At the same time, we must be knowing about system design, etc., all that stuff. Right. So this is where generally the importance of systems analyst in any organization or system analysis is all about. Normally, as you know, systems analysts are the people who bridge the gap between the systems and as well as the technology. So what systems analysts do, right? So systems analysts are the people, I could say, an intermediary between business analyst to the technical team, because business analyst has given the business requirements. When we are translating this into a technical solution and all that, systems analysts are the people who understand both business and as well as computing, wherein by studying about the business problem and opportunities, then translating this into a technical environment by understanding about the technical specifications, right? So which will be involved with computer programming people, right? So this is all something which normally we do as a systems analyst. So what systems analysts do, right? So there are two things. One is about understanding the system problem, what exactly the problem of a system, wherein they have to study about the problem followed by the environment in order to implement corrective solutions uh, to improve new systems or enhancing the existing systems and all that. At the same time, systems analysts are the people who should have a complete understanding over the system development life cycle, which is called a software development life cycle. In short, we can see, right? So if you can see here, system development life cycle have different phases like planning phase, where we try to understand about the kind of problem what we have identified, right? So from there, we have to move towards analysis, where we try to analyze the problem and as well as solution requirements and all. From there, we need to design. This is where generally systems analysts should understand about two things. One is about high-level design, second is low-level design. So understanding about high-level designs and low-level designs is also one of the key and important element, being a systems analyst to understand it. So it's not about the business requirements, understanding about the high-level and low-level systems of the existing application and translating this into a new application is what something all comes under the high level design. High level design give you a high level understanding over the application. Low level design majorly try to understand us about what are the low level requirements, means how many programs you want to write. So what are the algorithms we want to implement in it, right? So if there is any kind of defects happen, what are the design patterns to be used in it? This is all something comes under the low level design part. So once the design is identified, next we go to the implementation part. So wherein application development will be taken place in the implementation stage. So followed by this, whatever the required support will be provided post deployment and delivery of the project is what something will be done by the support team. This is where generally the role of a systems analyst is all required when we are working in the field of IT, especially IT services, right? So either it can be IT or non-IT and all. Importance of systems analyst or business and systems analyst. Now and then we are calling it as business and systems analyst, right? So you need to have some business knowledge at the same time systems knowledge, both. Earlier used to have business analyst as separate, systems analyst as separate. Nowadays, some organizations were expecting you to have a business systems analyst, means business knowledge and systems knowledge. And some companies may expect you to have systems analyst as separate, right? So understanding, dealing about the detailed system, about the system behavior, right? So how the system is acting, right? So performing, right? So behavior of characteristic of a system, study about that. So they need some expert people who can do that. That's where generally systems analyst role is all about. In this regard, it's always important to have a systems analyst for any of the organizations, either it can be an on-premise applications or cloud applications, is what something which people are expecting now and then. This is all about uh, the course about the systems analyst, right? So this is all something which is useful for the people who wants to transform their career to the analyst role, right? So people who doesn't have much importance in context to the writing code or something like, but still they wants to be in the technical side to explore more options and opportunities in the field of analyst role. Systems analyst or business systems analyst is one kind of role, definitely I say, like which is more important and be useful to anyone's career, right? So this is all about this course about systems analyst. So if you have any questions, if you have any queries or training needs and all, please reach out to the contact details, which will be posted in below to this video. Thank you.